Hello guys, and today I wanted to talk to you about very important topic is actually how to execute $1,000,000 idea, because most of us kind of had in our life at least few $1,000,000 ideas, but the question is, did you ever start to execute it? And there are a few points that actually are very important. I cannot stress enough how important they are. And the first of them is your team. People you need and people you build around your business, people that help you to grow your business. Your team is crucial. You can look for a team like freelance, you can collaborate with someone, you can build your team with your partners. It depends on your business. So basically, whenever you start doing that, you should always think about how are you going to structure your business, and is there someone who is actually business wise set in your company. Because most tech startups, what they do, they actually start a great product. They have a great product already, but they always try to improve. And in that case, it's cool, right, when you have super good product. But for most people, it's already enough. I mean, they already think it's a cool product, but they cannot sell. What happens when you cannot sell? Well, your business is not growing. So basically what you should do in most cases, and it's very important, that you should find someone who will execute business-wise, right? So the person who will take over all the processes like sales, partnerships, finding customers, building business, growing business, first of all. So basically when you're starting to build your team, the very important thing is to look for someone who will help you with your business. So you decide what are the crucial positions in your business, and then you start looking for people. You either go for partnerships or for equity or for salary or for like part-time jobs. It's up to you. The question is that you have to build really cool team. Cool team with a so-so product will improve the product and will sell it. Very good product, but no team, a very bad team, will not grow your business at all, and most probably 99% it will fail.
Aligning structures to strategy is very important. Setting up all your organizational structures so that they could reinforce your company's value proposition is crucial. Clarifying everyone's strategic and non-strategic roles is the next step. So basically, after you do that, you collect, analyze data, adjust to strategy based on analysis of key performance indicators. And that's what actually management does. Basically, in many cases, you may think it's not really important if you are not involved and you don't know really business processes very well, but those are key things you should do.
Okay, and the other tip is resources, not only financial resources, but many other resources like your time, your team, some other things you should source, but it's not only about money. For example, you should order some stuff to prepare or to start preparing it, or it takes like sometimes even few months or years to execute the project. So basically when you are trying to execute the project, you should for sure know what resources you need, when you need them, because it's very important, and how you are going to perform. Resources are not only about money, but money also is very important, of course. And when you're setting up your company, you obviously should also check not only from the financial point of view, like how to get your investors or something like that, but also from the point of view, where is it easier to employ your staff, your team members? How is it easier to sign contracts with them? How is it easier to execute? Maybe some delivery points, it always depends on the business, and you should not only be oriented to investor side, which is of course very important, and I cannot stress enough how important it is, but you should always remember that choosing the company setup, it's not necessarily close to you, it's not necessarily far from you. So basically there are many things you should remember about when you are setting up your company or setting up your business at a specific place, right? Basically when you are planning your resources, it's also about company setup. So if you want to target specific investors, if you want to target specific market, or you want to target specific clients, you should think of the company setup, right? Because sometimes you set up company in specific region for branding, sometimes for deliveries, for the financial side of the project. So it all depends, guys, and you should always remember that it's not only one-sided. And execution of the project is super important. It should be planned, it should be followed. The plan, strategic plan, like a few years, the short-term plan, like specific plan for the weeks, And always there should be a person in charge of every part of the project, and person who's in charge of managing it all and looking actually and seeing if there is anything going wrong. So remember that if something goes wrong, you can also fix it. It's not like a disaster. It happens to many projects. So, we are just people and things happen. And sometimes it's not even kind of dependable on you. But if you plan it wisely and you consider all those minor things that may happen, then you are kind of one step ahead. And I believe, guys, if you start executing right and if you follow the tips, in the next videos probably I'll share even more tips how to execute correctly. But those are few core tips I've shared today that will help you a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, to subscribe to my channel if you still did not subscribe, and obviously to click the ring bell so that you could receive all the notifications immediately.
Oh well, and see you next time.